Sentry mode activated. Target acquired.
Hey there hunters, and welcome back to the Gunners Guild. Sorry for the lateness of this last update video. I had a bone graft done and holy shit, my jaw's been killing me. So anyway, today is the light bowgun, and there's a ton to go over because frankly, light bowgun probably got the most out of these relics. So let's just dive in. I'm going to start with elemental light bowguns since they're all pretty similar. Now we are absolutely going to be running the full Safi set for the elemental gunning. The reason behind this is that our elemental MO motion value is 8 raw plus 22 element as its base. With 3 augments we get another 4 elements, so that's 26, and the elemental skill gives us 20% flat on top of that, so that's another 5, so we're at 31, then 10 for the rest of the elemental 6 skill, so 41 total element, or 410 after inflated values. Not so bad. We're running true critical element before because that was another 1.4 times modifier, giving us another 15 element, and put us at 56. However, the Safi modifier is a flat 150 on your base element, so with augments, our base is going to be 41. Then 20% from the elemental gets us to 49.2, then 10 on top, so we're at 59. So we do get a little bit more element, and we don't even have to crit to make use of it. So woo. Now this is just a little extra cherry on top, but thanks to the Safi set, we can also run resentment, which does help our raw scaling. So there's really no reason not to use the Safi set with elemental light bowguns. It's just better for basically everything. So because of that, all these sets are pretty much going to be the same. Just kind of swap your appropriate element and charms. For the relic weapons, on the elemental side, it's hit and miss. Since bowguns can't get the element awakened for some reason, we just kind of put elemental capacity, a recoil mod, and then 3 attack mods. Raw does help our elemental scaling a little bit too, so it's not entirely useless. So there are 5 total light bowguns, and we do want all of them. In fact, we want multiple copies of all of them. First we have Hellshot and Frost Shock, which are obviously for fire and ice. And they're pretty much a wash. While the clip 7 rapid fire element is great, it's still on recoil 2 and normal reload, so they're only really gaining 2 extra rounds in their chamber, and that would be fantastic if they were not competing up against our old single fire light bowguns that have recoil 1 and fast reload on clip 7. Dude, recoil 1 is such a faster rate of fire, it crushes rapid fire recoil 2 in DPS. Now that's not to say these 2 relics are worthless, because single shot light bowguns still have serious MO issues. They will often run out of ammo during a fight on pretty much most monsters unless they're like tier 2s or tier 1s. You would need a lot of spare shot procs, and your aim has to be on point to get through any elder that's not Volcana. So it's super easy to run out, and if you're not playing elemental and trying to go ham doing like TA or speedruns, then yeah, you can run these relics. Otherwise, just keep to the single shot ones for these elements. Dragon element we can ignore now since we can't really make effective use of dragon ammo anymore, since we only have 13 shots and there's literally only like 2 monsters to use dragon on anyway. Now for the bolt bowgun, we're not actually going to use this one for thunder. The horizon light bowgun is too good. Seriously, the raw is better, the clip capacity is better, it's on recoil 1, the special ammo is straight up broken as fuck. It's going to be the best thunder light bowgun probably for the rest of Iceborne. So we're still running the same set with this thing too, so you put 2 and 2 together. Then we have Aqua Shot. For whatever reason, this is the only light bowgun with a different shot pattern for its elemental. It can reach recoil 1 rapid fire water with slow reload, which is absolutely worth taking. Always take rapid fire 1. This straight up crushes all other water light bowguns, even the single shot ones. Not only because it can use water the best, but it also has all the status MOs. It can use Sticky 3s, Sleep 2s, and Para 2s. It can use everything, dude. It's fucking perfect. That's basically the elemental setups. They're all the same set, just swap your stuff. It's pretty nice. Just remember to use the Horizon for Thunder, and remember Fulgur Engineath for single shot fire, and Barrioth for single shot ice. But again, feel free to use the new ones if you don't want to run single shot because they run out of ammo. Okay, let's move on to raw ammunitions. We got a lot of upsets here too. For the most part, we are still running 3-piece Safi because 20% extra crit for free is pretty nice. The armor itself is pretty solid, and we get to run resentment, which is the best raw boosting skill we got. So yeah, expect to see that one a lot. The crit on all these sets are usually 100% because we run 3 critical augments, which puts the weapons at 25% base, plus we have the 3-piece Safi bonus for 20% more, getting us to 45%. Then a weakness exploit is 95% on tenderized parts, which you really want to tenderize with light bowgun, especially the raw side. Then the attack is usually getting us our last 5%. For normal gunning, I honestly don't see anything all that special. Rapid fire normal 2s can't get recoil 1 or fast reload, which means they're pretty much just garbage. And normal 3s don't really do anything special either, so kind of rip there. Let's just use Basal Core for normals, or just put normals down altogether, because there's really not a reason to use normal light bowgun when we have everything else, especially stickies and elementals, working for us. On the Pierce side, we have two new Pierce bowguns. The first would be Bolt Shot with Pierce 2s. This thing has a whopping clip size of 9 on Pierce 2 with recoil 1, which is enough to make any heavy bowgun jealous. We run Nargacuga Essence on this to get true spare shot faster, only because the Nargacuga helm is actually good for Pierce already, and it's just easier to get. Also, you can forgo the Recoil Awaken to get 10 more raw, but with this setup I have the ability to use countermines finally, so I'm gonna fucking use it. You can't see it on the status screen, but I do have ballistics on the other page. Always run ballistics on Pierce. And if this wasn't obvious enough, yeah, this thing shits on our old Pierce light bowgun sticks. Just clip size and recoil 1 is fucking insane. For Pierce 3s, we're coming back to Aqua Shot because it's the new everything now. Now this one can have a clip size of 5 on Pierce 3s with recoil 1, but you're stuck with slow reload. I know the reload's going to be putting some people off, but trust me, it's worth having recoil 1. It's better to have the benefits of the recoil in every single shot, more than having to reload once every 5 to 8 shots. We do run true spare shot here because it makes us have to reload less often, which is always good, especially on slow reload. Now, if you're wondering about Pierce 3 versus Pierce 2, well, it's close, but Pierce 2 appears to be the winner. Paper math says it's about 20% stronger thanks to having basically double the clip size and being on a better reload speed. But that's actually saying something about Pierce 3 and how strong that really is. And then this is just average DPS too. High proc rate with true spare shot will push Pierce 3 into better territory. Just on average, it's going to be a bit weaker than Pierce 2s. So feel free to use either of them. Both bowguns are perfectly adequate. And now you have the options that are pretty similar, but they do play a little bit differently. So these are your new Pierce bowguns. Toss the old ones away. Spreads, everyone's favorite. Well, luckily, thanks to the relics, we don't have very many options anymore because relics shit all over them. First, for spread 2s, Ice Shot, like Pierce 2s, has a clip size of 9 on spread 2s, which is absolutely disgusting. And yeah, it's on recoil 1, normal reload, and you get to use 2 close range mods for 30% more damage. There's nothing bad about this at all. This has basically killed all the other spread 2 light bowguns, including rapid fire options. There's no reason to run rapid fire when you got this thing around. You don't need to run special ammo boost, you can run like defensive shit or something if you want, but I love landmines, so I want more landmine damage. I run spare shot charm here because it's just that good, still using it. Spread 3s, the Drac Shot can have a clip 5 on the spread 3 light bowgun on recoil 2. Unfortunately, you do get slow reload, but you do have 2 close range damage mods. Or you can run normal reload with no close range mods. I always put the close range mods on because that's 30% more damage. Mandatory. Just take the slow reload. I also have 2 setups here, one for spare shot, one for true spare shot. Paper math says spare shot on average will just be a bit hair better than true spare shot because of the raw sacrifice you have to get for using Nargacuga pieces. The armor's trash. But both works, and when you're doing runs and you have to reset for spare shot RNG anyway, true spare shot will edge out spare shot on better than average scenarios. We do have another spread 3 light bowgun that's still in the running. The Stygian light bowgun has an edge because it has the ability to run spread 3 on recoil 1. Despite the clip size being only 3, recoil 1 makes its DPS not that far behind Drac Shot. Now, if I'm going to be honest, I really can't see myself ever wanting to use this light bowgun. I know on paper recoil 1 spread 3 is fucking crazy, but having to use 3 pieces of Nargacuga and not get Safi 3 piece is not something I want to do. It's still a great spread light bowgun, but honestly I just don't think there's a place for it for me. So the paper math shows that spread 3 on Drac Shot is still the best DPS for light bowgun, but the slow reload makes for very opportune reloading. Spread 2s were only like 10% damage behind spread 3s, but once you have to pause and wait for the monster to attack so you can reload, you're setting yourself back super hard. I'd say if anything, spread 3 and spread 2 light bowguns are basically on equal footing right now, which is scary considering that spread 3 is 60% stronger in motion value over spread 2. But man, I've been saying this since base game, spread 2 light bowguns are solid, and now they're like straight up meta. So yeah, dude, spread 2s. Go spread 2s. And then let's quickly run over stickies. Yeah, we got a new sticky light bowgun too, Aqua Shot, because as I said, it's the new everything gun. Having the ability to run Nargacuga Essence lets us use both True Spare Shot and Artillery 5, making this bowgun easily the best across the board, even better than Rajang and Garuga. The Sticky 3s are on recoil too, so you can run slide reload on that just like Aruga. It also has the awesome Sleep 2s and Para 2s it can use. There's not much it can't do, to be honest. Hell, you can even use Pierce 3 and water in a pinch if you need to. I was playing with a hybrid setup for Sticky and water, but it wasn't working out so great, but it is an option. Dude, this bowgun's crazy. Okay, so I think that's everything. We basically tossed out all the old bowguns except for Stygian, Horizon, Fulgur, and Barioth. Everything else is replaced by relics. Just about everything got some pretty good buffs for ammo clip sizes. Dude, there's a lot of live bowguns you have to awaken. You need like literally 2 of everything. But yeah, okay, thank you all for watching. I'm going to go back to Mechwarrior until Iceborne re-releases on PC. So good luck out there, hunters, and whatever you may be hunting.